I'm going to hit record.
Boom.
Recording. I need permission from you, Serena.
It's already recording. You're ready to rock.
Cool. Hi, guys. So I talked to Serena, like a month ago maybe, and was asking her to do a call for my team, and we decided we would just have a call for our teams, TeamHeart, and the rest of the teams that are all a part of TeamHeart. And when I think about like what I really want this call to be about, when I was at the fitness center that I work at today, the motto that we kind of have right now is if you finish 2016 strong, whatever momentum you finish this year with is what you're going to start 2017 with. So don't wait for 2017 because that momentum is going to carry in. So when Serena and I talked about it and we were thinking about like the right date to have this call, we thought we don't want to wait till January because whatever momentum that we can build right now in 2016, whatever we finish with for our business, for our health, any goals, it's going to carry on and propel us into a really strong 2017. So for those of you that are my coaches that are either on or jumping on later, some of you have met Serena. Some of you have just heard me talk about her. I've known her for, 14, 15 years now. And we were little goofy kids in our very first sales job together. And she inspired me to join a challenge 19 months ago, and my life has never been the same. So I will let her take it away and share her story.
Awesome. First off, I'm so pumped to be here, to be able to get to do this with you guys. And I know how valuable your time is. And I just have to say that these calls, I don't want them to ever feel like business calls. Like I remember that world, and I worked in the corporate world, for 10 years. And I remember that like, oh, we have a meeting. Like I don't want to go to this meeting. I don't want them to ever feel like this, because this is just an awesome opportunity to get to work with people that all have such a similar idea, similar goals, maybe not the same, but we're all in this together. So I want this to be more of like a group circle and friends, a little sleepover, a little happy hour, call it what you will. I want this to be open and legit. And that's why I founded TeamHeart, because I was watching these other people run groups, and it was kind of scary to see some of these challenge groups I was peeking in on that were like, we have weigh-ins on Monday, and very.
I can't right now.
I know I can't right now either. Struggle is real. I'm gonna mute whoever that is real quick. So I founded this team because I wanted it to feel organic. I wanted it to feel good. And sure, you're gonna have times where you're gonna feel a little twinge of I don't want to do that, but once you overcome it, it just keeps getting better. So I'm going to start with a little bit about me and kind of tell you where I failed. I'm just going to go right into that. So my name is Serena. I've been a coach since July 2014. My upline is Michelle Park, who is the co-creator of PiYo, my soulmate workout. I'm also a fitness instructor. I became an instructor before I became a coach with Team Beachbody. And I began as a discount coach because I accidentally fell in love with Shakeology. When the PiYo DVDs launched in July, the same month that I became a coach, guys, I shunned them. I literally talked crap about these DVDs. I said, there is no way that I'm going to be able to work out from home. I was already doing PiYo at the gym, and I literally was like talking trash on this company that I now represented, and I'm out and about with Michelle Park, and she's like trying to muzzle me, and I had no idea what I was doing or what I was talking about. So I sat there and I'm like, I'm not even going to buy this program, to be honest. I'm just in it for this Shakeology discount. No joke. Why just because I couldn't work out from home did I assume that others couldn't? I'll tell you why. It's because I only had ever thought about me. Number one, I had only ever thought about myself. That's how I was raised. That was the attitude I had in life. You look out for number one. I was all about me. Up until that point. So I don't know, something changed. And I feel like something may be changing inside you, or maybe it already has. But I started seeing my confidence soar with the things like the 3-day refresh. I was one of the first testers when the 3-day refresh came out. Live PIO, Shakeology, the PIO eating plan. My body was changing. My health was drastically improving. And this kind of seems like a Grinch story, but my heart, I feel like I'm not supposed to say, my heart grew 10 times that day. No, my heart, it opened to something brand new that I had never experienced before. I kid you not, I got a glimpse of what it felt like to pay it forward and what it meant to pay it forward. There was nothing special about me, guys, nothing. And I knew that. But if I could see results with these programs, why couldn't someone else? I immediately immersed myself and began a 30-day training to understand coach basics. And then things started working up here. I started getting creative. I started thinking outside the box about this much. So I decided I needed a niche. I'm going to switch to active seeker. I decided I needed a niche, guys. I found my niche. My niche was me. My niche was the overweight, brand new mom who was struggling to basically survive. Found my niche, struggling to hold it together. I told my story. I sold hundreds of challenge packs, you guys. I hit Success Club points into the 40s every single month. I mean, we're talking like left and right, left and right, left and right. By luck and maybe a little bit of creativity. And I'll dig into that later. I knew that if I told my story, because it was pretty impactful at the time, I had lost upwards of 25 pounds. I was about to do the PIO infomercial. You know, I had a story. I told it over and over and over and over again. And I shared my results. People started to talk. Then they were like begging to have me help them. So it worked. Guys, I hope your internet does not cut out. I hope your kids aren't dragging you down right now. I hope that you are listening these next 30 seconds, because you will absolutely be successful immediately if you find a specific niche and you simply keep telling your story. Don't hit pause and don't write that down, because the next part is super important. Your business will die and you will lose your momentum if you stay on that path. That is the first mistake that I made. Don't make that mistake. And I'm looking at some of you on this call, and I know you're about to hit that. I know, I'm looking right at one of you, covering your mouth right now. I know that struggle. I know. Let me tell you what you can do to reset it all. And now is a crazy, amazing time to do it. So the first mistake that I made was making my social media engagement all beach body all the time. Like beach body diarrhea all day long. I wanted to talk about it. I was going to shout it from the rooftops. That was me. I was wearing it, walking it, doing it. I got unfollowed like every other day. Unfollow, 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 unfollow. That will happen to you. 2, I catered solely to people like me. Why was I pigeonholing myself only to work with? Wait, you're not a mom? You haven't had kids? Well, I don't know what to do with you. Wait, you're a man? No idea. Wait, you're over 50? No, I don't know. It's too scary. I had this tiny niche. I was just going to work with the moms that had babies, or, you know, whatever your niche is. There was my number 2 mistake. Number 3, I ended all my ongoing training. I got this. Number 3. Number 4, I ran some kick-ass challenge groups. And then I slapped them on their hot little asses and I sent them on their merry way. I did every single challenger, the majority of them. Sure, we still have a great team as of, over a year ago. But the majority of them, I sent them on their merry way, never, ever even telling them what the coach opportunity was about. never even asking them separately offline how much they love Shakeology. And you know, right there, that sentence is the gateway. It is like the gateway in to talking about the coaching opportunity. Every single one of your challengers or one of your clients, you should ask them, how much do you love Shakeology? Not do you love it, because that ends up with a yes or no, which means that stops the verbiage right then and there. How much do you love Shakeology? And it opens the door to so many things. So I hit a wall. I hit a big, big, big wall. Sure, yeah, I was diamond. I was on my way to 1-star at the time. My team was slowly growing, but man, it was sucking the life out of me. I mean, to only work with people that were just like me, to only work with people that had the exact same problems that I had, to only work with the people that were dying to see what I would post and didn't care that all I talked about was one thing. It was just creating this. I was dying. I was like, wow, how could I stay afloat? How can I do this? So I'm going to tell you how not to fail at this. And sure, you're going to hit speed bumps, and sure, there's going to be times where you're going to have to do stuff that gets that twinge in your stomach. But you have to press on, and you're going to have ebbs and flows, and you're going to have slow months. But if you want to put in 1 to 4 hours a day to build a beyond successful, lucrative, legacy-leaving business, I want you to watch this. So I'm going to screen share something, and I hope that you can turn up your volume a little bit. I'm going to screen share a little treat that I hope you save, and maybe you'll share. Who knows? Stand by. Okay, give me a thumbs up if you're ready. Here we go. We're going to make it happen, and then I'm going to give you the tools how to make it happen. And then you get to make it your own. Can you see my screen?
Go differently. Are you hearing me? I need you to push through that stuff.
Here we go.
Work on yourself. Work on your focus. You cannot stop. You gotta work. The problem with you is you see difficult as something negative. I want you to see difficult differently. Are you hearing me? I need you to push through that stuff. Push through it. You can't get through it. The more you go through, the more difficult it is, the more challenging it is. Listen to me, the harder it is. Are you hearing me? The more challenging it is. All you're doing, baby, is building muscle. Most people don't work on their dreams. Why? Because of fear. The fear of failure. They stop growing, they stop working on themselves, they stop stretching, they stop pushing themselves, and they end up becoming very cynical about life, and they throw in the towel on their dreams. Everybody won't see it. Everybody won't join you. Everybody won't have the vision. No one can do it for you but you. You are the one. I've got to make it happen. It's not over until I win. In life, you're either going to a store, in a store, or you coming out. It's a part of life. There's no way around it. So just be careful not to allow the trials and the tribulations to consume you. I don't care if you're a billionaire. I don't care if you're a CEO of one of the most important companies. I don't care if you're an entertainer. Like, I don't care who you are. You can go to the moon. We all have problems. What I'm trying to tell you is this, though. Problems are a part of life. But guess what? They're not life. It's not going to be easy. There are moments when you're going to doubt yourself. There are rough times that are going to come, but they have not come to stay. No matter how bad it is or how bad it gets, you've got to make it your personal business to make it happen. What if all of us took that attitude after we face a rejection and a no, or we have a meeting and no one shows up, or somebody say, you can count on me, and they don't come through? What if we have that kind of attitude? The car's repossessed. Nobody believes in you. You've lost again and again and again. The lights are cut off. That if you want a thing bad enough to go out and fight for it, to work day and night for it, and life seems useless and worthless without it. If neither sickness or pain or body and brain can keep you away from the thing that you want, no matter how bad it is or how bad it gets, say to yourself, it's not over until I win.
Woo. Oh my God. Got a little teary-eyed with that. God, I wanted you guys to watch that because if you're going to go all in with this business and you're going to go pro because you understand that network marketing is where it's at, and you understand that that 40-hour work week and working the corporate job and climbing that corporate ladder is not necessarily what you're in for, take that with you. Let that fuel you. I have hit so many speed bumps, and my life has taken so many different turns, straight up as personal as I can get, from marriage conflict to so many different things. And if I would have given up, guys, it's no longer about me. If I would have given up, some of you wouldn't be on this call. Some of you wouldn't have ever even figured this out. So if you choose, if I would have chose to throw in the towel or to let go or to slide back or to not go all in, just think about the people that you're not helping. Right now it's December, and this is the busiest time of the year for us. Get ready. So if you want to maximize your potential and maximize your success and maximize the amount of people that you can help, you got to come up with a game plan. You got to get a little bit of strategy, a little bit of training, and some creativity. So I want you to think or write down your brand. Pick 5 things that you are about, and none of them can be Beachbody. So from here on out, hopefully on social media, whether it's Facebook or Instagram, you know they're like 2 different animals, Facebook and Instagram. I run a totally different Instagram site than I do on Facebook. But whether it's Facebook or Instagram, what are you about? Who are you? What are your 5 things that make up John? What are the 5 things that make up Dawn? Right, you're just right next to each other. I'm about miles. I mean, clearly, yeah. What is this? He's right behind. I'm always surrounded by him. He is always right up on me. I'm about miles. I'm a military wife, and wine. I'm a recipe developer because I suck in the kitchen. So I had to come up with a roundabout way to make it work, because obviously eating healthy, a lot of the time you're in your own kitchen. So I'm a recipe developer, and payo. I think those are 5. And a lot of the time people know me as like a sailor mouth. I'm surprised I haven't been cursing a lot on this call. I've been trying to hold it together. It's hard, I'm sweating. Those are the 5 things I'm about. So 80% of the time when I post on social media, it's about those things. 20% of the time, it's about strategy. And it is about Beachbody, because strategically, I want the most impact. I want the most people to see my post when I post about Beachbody. But here's the deal with not pigeonholing yourself. Here's the deal with having 5 things that you're about. You're going to create a niche that is not a niche. You're going to have people from all walks of life, because there's one person who loves that you love wine, so you have that in common. There's another person who also sucks in the kitchen, so she's going to come to you for recipes. You know, there's somebody that's also a military wife who is totally, on her own different path. So you're branching out when you have this 80% that you're doing on social media. But then guess what? That 20% of the time, when you hit them hard and you get in bed with them, yes, I use that word because this is emotional and this is personal. The 20% of the time when you get in bed with them and you post about your story and you post about your challenge group and you have a call to action, They already have something they know about you, they like about you, or they love about you, or they hate about you. Nonetheless, they're going to read because you're trustworthy. They know something about you. They know more than just one thing. Some coaches all day long, they post one time a day and it's about a challenge group. Well, people are like, oh, this girl, all she doesn't care about me. She just is advertising for her challenge group. This is a people business. We know that. This is about helping people, but you can't help people if you don't get to know them. And you can't get to know people if they don't know a little bit about you. So after this call or right now, like pick your 5 things and stick with those. Of course, they can morph and change, and maybe one of your things is the holiday. Like, I'm rocking this elf on a shelf thing. I think I should cross off wine and make it elf on a shelf, because now I'm way more creative. I don't even have enough time to drink wine. I'm trying to figure out what to do with this stupid elf. So now what? You've got this brand. Now what, guys? We're going to run the biggest, baddest challenge group in January. You know that, right? And you got to start now. People are so busy. They're so busy. So you got to pull at their heartstrings. Every single one of you on this call, I peek. I see your social media. I know your story. I've seen your, I know how much you love Shakeology. I know what's changed in your life. Ask people to either hop alongside your journey or tell people that you will guide them on their own journey. Your story, whatever it is, get a little creative, sit down, understand that social media, if you're going to do a post, you can't have a big block of just one paragraph. You got to have some swipe space so people actually read and want to read below where it says read more. Play around with that. Understand that by thinking creatively in business, you're helping more people. So it's not sneaky. It's not, some tactic or some trick that I've got up my sleeve. I am trying to maximize helping the most people, because let me tell you, those thank you letters don't stop coming, guys. They only stop coming. Those thank you notes that you get on Facebook, that you get in the mail, that you get in an email, stop coming if you stop posting, and they'll stop coming if you stop asking people to join your groups. So you do a post, right? And then what? Like, you got to have a call to action. What's your call to action? You should say when your challenge group is, what it entails. Do you have people do whatever program they want? Are you only doing a program specific challenge group? You get to choose that. If you want to hop on board mine or Zaina's, go for it. If you want to run your own, go for it. If you want to tag team, see, I'm starting to get a little. If you want to have a threesome, here I go again. If you want to join forces and do a challenge group with someone else, go for it. Just have a little bit of a game plan and recognize that you can't stop at the challenge group. You can run a kick-ass challenge group all day long, but then what? Then what? So we're going to market our challenge group by saying what the date is. My date is not quite set yet. It's like around about beginning of January. I want to give people it's probably going to be that first week. It's going to be a 3-week challenge group, and I always do any program they want, because I don't feel like we're a one-size-fits-all kind of crew. But then what? What happens? You post on Facebook and you're like, here's the story. Here's what changed in my life. If you'd like a change, hop on board. 3 weeks. Here's the date. Here's what it entails. Message me, skywrite, like the post, drop your email below. Give them something that's quick. Drop your name if you want to, just even tag yourself in this if you want to be reminded of this. Give them something that they can do right the second they read it, to save that as a bookmark. And then you go back, and that is your bookmark of follow-up. Follow-up is the key to this business. Here's the mistake that I made in my follow-up. Oh my gosh, Teresa wants to know about my challenge group. Hey, Teresa, it's Serena. Hi, what's up? Hi, Serena, how are you? Oh my gosh, you have to join my challenge group. It's so great. It costs $149. You're going to lose so much weight. It's going to give you this high on life, and it starts on January 7th. You're going to love it. Oh, it worked. For a little bit, it worked. But I know nothing about Teresa. Of course, this Teresa that's on, I know a lot about. I know nothing about that person. That person, I just sold that person. And I was in sales for 10 years. That is the last thing that I want to do. So don't make that mistake. Recognize that you don't know what they need. You don't know what they want. All you know is that they're interested in sort of understanding what this is about. So you got to start off with a question like, hi, how are you? You know, you do a little digging on Facebook. Oh my gosh, something about them. Engage in them. Make it about them. And then you got to get in bed with them. You build a little bit of relationship, and you got to understand when they lay their head down on the pillow at night, what goes through their head. And I will literally almost every single time I think about that, I will start to tear up. Because before I started on this journey, every night before I went to bed, I would cry myself to sleep because I knew the next day was coming so quickly. I knew I wasn't going to get enough sleep. I knew the clothes in my closet didn't fit. I knew I was wearing the same outfit over and over because I was comfortable. I knew that I was borderline depressed, but I didn't know what to do about it. I knew I had to diet the next day, so I dreaded every single morning. So I cried myself to sleep. And if somebody would have asked me that before I started my journey, I don't know, it might be a little different than it is now. I didn't have quite that experience. So I want to make that experience for everybody whose life I get the pleasure to touch, even for a hot second. So should you guys. You have the power of not only being a part of a network marketing business where you can make millions. And I'm not, this is not bullshit. You know, I am on a thread with, you know, Melissa McAllister, who picks up the phone and calls me every now and again, who is what, number 4 in the entire network, who's texting me right now. She makes 50 grand a week. I didn't cut out 50 grand a week in 7 years. Could you imagine if I hopped my happy little butt into my corporate job and I was like, hi guys, I would like to get back into corporate recruiting. If I started today, do you think I'd be making $3 million a year in 7 years? Hell no. Network marketing is where it's at, but guess what? You are in the best, one of the best, if not the best network marketing businesses ever, because you're changing people's health. You're changing people's hearts. You're changing people's minds. You're changing their heads. We have the ability to help change lives. This is a game changer. And I only say that because it was a game changer for me. And I know it was a game changer for Zaina. And I know the people that are on this call have the ability. Whether you saw this crazy transformation on the outside, if you decide to commit to this business and go pro and help people, your life. It is crazy how it can change and how quickly it can change if you go pro and go all in. So, we got our challenge group set, right? We're going to rock it in January. You join mine, you join Zaina's. I'm sure you guys are all going to have some big, party. You've got some strategy behind it. You talk to your person, you ask them, like, what is it that you're looking for? And I always ask them, I don't want something that has no number. Everyone wants to lose 5 pounds. Everyone wants to lose 10 pounds. Everyone wants to lose something. You can lose something, but it better be your negative attitude. It better be losing those diet pills in the cabinet. It better be losing that bottle of wine you think you have to drink every night. You better be losing something that has nothing to do with weight. And then I ask them that, and then they're like scrambling. They're like, I need to think about this. I only want to lose 20 pounds. It creates this sense of, holy shit, like Serena really does want to understand more about me, which of course I do, because if I don't understand about them, I can't give them the right program, and they could suck and they might not be successful. And if they're not successful, then how are they going to make a good coach? So you got to understand what they like to do, what they hate to do, what they need, what they want. And then you're like, hey, I really think that you would hate Pio, but I love it. I think you would hate it, but I bet you would rock at Hammer and Chisel. Learn about your programs, know what they're about. You might not love it, but they all work, you guys. Every single one of them works. They are rocket science, right down to that nitty gritty. Shakeology is, the 3-day refresh is, the 21-day reset is. Every single one of these programs work for someone. So you give them what you think, and then you send them on their merry way. And look at that, you sold a challenge pack. Your job is most certainly not done. Look at that, you got them into your challenge group. your job is most certainly not done. Look at that. Now what? They lost 10 pounds in 3 weeks because you helped guide them. You gave them tips. You gave them tricks. You gave them stuff that you learned along the way. And now they're looking at themselves going, they're mind blown. They're like, this is insane. Guys, you got to have the coach opportunity with every single one of them. That coach talk that gives you that twinge in your belly when you're like, I know I should be talking to this person because they're so inspirational. They have these crazy results, but they're just so busy. They got 3 kids. They work. There's just no way she wouldn't be good at it. She wouldn't like it. She'd hate it. And she probably wouldn't return my phone call. What? Did you just decide for her? Because you just talked yourself out of it because you were too scared to eat that frog? The way to overcome that, the way to overcome the twinge, and the way to overcome always having the coach talk is personal development. Find yourself a podcast once a week, you guys. Find yourself somebody to follow that fuels your fire and helps you overcome. That book, it is a book. It's called Eat That Frog. That'll help. PB is the new black. If I didn't have personal development, I would have sunk 10 more times than I already did this morning if I didn't have personal development. So you have the coach talk with them and they say, no way. I am too busy. I'm too busy. I am too busy. I am too busy. Okay, so you probably will get that objection a lot. You probably already do. I get it all the time. Okay, cool. So you don't ever leave the house? No, wait, what do you mean? Like you don't have friends at preschool or, high school drop off, or you don't have any friends? Ah, man, we really need you in our crew then. No, I have friends. We hang out all the time. I have book club. I have a cooking class. My kid goes to jujitsu. And do you love this new healthy lifestyle that you're living? And, do you feel different? Are you kidding me? I feel amazing. My husband wants that all the time. I can fit into that new, hot pair of jeans. Okay, you're a coach. I don't care if you don't want to do exactly what I'm doing. I'm not asking you to do that, but I'm telling you right here, right now, you're a coach already, just without the discount. So that sucks. Right there, every single time, never discount the discount coach. If you get him in as a discount coach, guys, remember that story about me? I started off as a discount coach who barely liked Shakeology in the beginning. Chalene Johnson and Michelle Park had to make me Shakeology, like 7 of them, for me to like them. And I still sucked it down. I was really just making it wrong. It was me. It was all user error. Never discount the discount coach, because your hat can change every single day on this team, on Zaina's team. 1 minute you can wake up feeling so fueled and so ready to rock, and you're like, I'm going all in. I'm going to work for 5 hours today, and I'm going to follow up with people, and I'm going to have the coach talk, and I'm going to do this. And then you're going to start seeing the potential of your team grow, and then you're going to see how amazing it feels to lead, and you're going to be hooked. But if you're a discount coach right now and you're like, I'm going to tiptoe. I'm going to take my little pinky toe and I'm going to see what this challenge group life is all about. And I'm going to dip it in because I want to make some extra Christmas money. You do you, boo-boo. You do you. But just know that you're on this team, not just to change your own life, but to help change others. And you have the power. And all you need is a little bit of training, and you've got a support system. We are all here for each other. I am absolutely here for whatever you need. In 2.5 years, I have taken my business down the tubes to where I was about to be like, how do I pull out of this? Because it's sucking the life out of me. To resetting my mind, getting some personal development, setting work hours, legitimate work hours, to where I own my business. I got work hours. I'm going to build a team. I'm going to lead it with heart. I'm going to have incentive. I'm going to recognize people. I'm going to recognize my challengers. I'm going to have team meetings. I'm going to do these trainings. Approaching 5-star diamond, number 124 out of 600,000 coaches. 1-star diamond in my second business center. I am not telling you this to brag. I am telling you this because I ain't nobody special. not a damn thing different in me than in you, than in the kid upstairs, than in my next door neighbor. I just realize the potential, and I feel a literal high when I help people. And the more people I help, the higher I get. The more people that come to me that give me objections and I find a way to overcome them, the higher I get. I am literally on this endorphin high of a business where I'm going to leave a legacy for that tiny bow tie child staring at me and staring at you right now. So I hope that you feel a need. If you would like to add to TeamHeart and see what goes on that page, if you ever want to message me, you have got a rock star of a leader, people. Zaina is insane. I am thankful and grateful and love her with all my heart. And we are going to be in bikinis together in Punta Cana in April for the Success Club trip. And I hope next year, everyone on this call is wherever it's going to be. Aim for Success Club every single month. That is where this business is at, because consistency is key. When you see that it's the 27th or the 30th or whatever, it's the 7th. When you see what the date is, you give yourself a goal. You tell yourself, you know what, I got to follow up with like 3 people a day, because I realize that in order to build momentum and to keep this going and to keep this train moving and to keep getting higher and higher, I gotta hit Success Club. I gotta sell a minimum of 3 challenge packs a week, because that means I help change 3 people's lives. And guess what? Your business just keeps growing, because then the next month, those people are on Shakeology or they turned into coaches, and then you do it again, and then you do it again, and then you do it again. And then you realize, hey, I don't have a niche. I didn't pigeonhole myself into, I'm not this one-stop shop for only one type of person. Oh my gosh, I'm helping everybody. I can branch out. I'm adding myself to new Facebook pages all day long, new groups, finding new things to get involved with. She's not on this call right here, but I never would have met Lindsay. You think your well is drying up? It's not, guys. You meet new people every single day in life. Lindsay, the latest diamond on our team, I met her a year ago. By accident at the gym. I bumped into her and she came to me and she sort of like asked a few questions, and I dove right in. I said, let's sit down and talk. But if I wouldn't have done that, she wouldn't have lost 20 pounds and had an interview with Beachbody about her success story. So don't let your insecurities get in the way of helping other people, because there are so many people out there that have a mind disorder, a body disorder, some sort of disorder, that these programs help with that. I am proof that eating well, living a healthy life, being fit, being strong, drinking Shakeology, the keys to success for living a happy, healthy life. And how cool is it that we get to offer that to people? That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So I want you guys, I don't know if you have any questions, open it up, take yourself off mute, talk to me. I feel all alone talking out loud. I hate this. Hi. Someone.
Hey, Serena. How's it going?
God, you have the best smile.
Thanks. My parents paid a lot of money for it, so thank you. They did.
Yeah.
They did. God bless parents. Love what you're saying, and yeah, I just love it. It's totally energized about it. It is, I'm gonna say, like, you know what the weird thing is? I've been in corporate so long now that kind of lifting outside of this and going, oh fuck, this is my business, and quite honestly, I'm doing this on my own and everything. That is the biggest thing, like overcoming that 20 years of ingrained corporate crap, and now I get to do it on my own. And there is a certain sense of scariness, but it's excitement more than anything. But I was good to hear you say that. It's good to hear you say, like, just walk away from it, but build the hours for yourself. Like, this is our business. This is as much as it's our business, it's my business, and I'm going to keep doing it. So yeah, I really do that. I appreciate it. It's good to hear you.
Yeah, I sneak peek. I stalk you a little bit, and you're so inspiring, dude. Like, keep doing what you're doing. You're going to change so many people's lives, and what an amazing leader. You're going to lead. You're going to build that team of yours, and holy moly, the sky's the limit for you, dude.
Appreciate it. Yeah, we'll be there. Right on.
Anyone else? Teresa, Leslie. I got 2 Teresa. Oh, you just were on 2 different things. I see. Dee, Gretchen, Zaina. You want to take over? Whatever you want to do. This is your shore. I'm writing everyone's name down for the drawing. So Dana, you have anything to add?
That was exactly what I needed too. That was like a refresher I needed. I will tell you guys, it doesn't matter if you've done this for a month, 6 months, a year, or 2 years. The ups and downs in your head, right here, the ups and downs in here, don't stop. And it seems like I do get to that point. It was so good to hear you say it, Serena, where you're like, oh my God, how do I get out of this thing? What did I get myself into? And we do go through that because I actually thought it was just kind of me. And then I heard you say it and I'm like, oh, it's normal. Yeah. But pushing through that, like every single exciting milestone has happened after that moment where I thought that I suck at this. I should probably just quit. I don't think I'm ever going to do this. And then I push through, and it's personal development. It's not because we're that strong. It's like something I read or someone that inspired me or something I listened to. And then right after that moment is like where something great will happen.
It really is. I really believe into that, like that mumbo jumbo of, what you put into the universe. If you have a forming mindset and negative, you're like, gosh, I'm just never, no one's forming for me, nobody likes me, guess I'll go eat worms, mindset, then that's what's going to keep coming to you. But if you're like, you know what, I'm going to keep pressing on. I'm going to talk the talk. I'm going to walk the walk. I'm going to share my story. I'm going to talk about my brand. I'm going to be me. I'm going to let people who want to fall in love with me, who want to get to know me. And then I'm going to tell them, like, hey guys, we got the challenge group starting. And do you have any goals for 2017? Because I'd love to help. We would love to help. We have a kick-ass crew. My squad rocks. You want to be a part of this. And make them the hero. We don't have to be, we're not professionals, leave it to them, leave it to the trainers, leave it to, Shalene and Anam and all those people, and not like they developed them. Leave it to the Darren Olians who came up with Shakeology to come up with all that stuff. And when people ask you questions about Shakeology, utilize that FAQ section in your back office. That is the Google of Beachbody. And guess what? If someone comes to you with a question that you don't know, when in doubt, Google it out, my friend. You will start to learn little by little with people asking questions. But if you think you're going to make up your own answer and they're like, what? I can't walk and chew gum at the same time because that would affect my weight loss. You can't make shit up. You have to have some training, and you have to utilize, some of your back office on the daily in order to be successful. What was my last thing that I was going to say? It was a good one. Don't forget the call to action, guys. Don't forget when you're talking about challenge groups, the call to action. I see that on maybe just not, other people, just other Beachbody coaches, and also I wouldn't follow anyone that's not on your team. It's one of those things. It's like, this is a business, but I found a lot of people cutting and pasting and stealing my stuff from like other Beachbody teams. And let me tell you, I am one to not hold on to information. If I have something that works and someone asks me to do their team call, I will, and I'll share information because that helps you grow. But I'm not going to just have my, free for all, someone posts their head on my body from some other team. That's not how I wanted to end this call.
I'll jump in on that, Serena, and it's also just like I follow TeamHeart people, and that's kind of what. But outside of that, I also just don't want to compare myself. So in the beginning, when I first became a coach, I followed every single coach I could find, and I just started feeling like I wasn't good enough.
Yes,
that was what the hardest part was. The thing about TeamHeart and all of our teams is we're all relatively new. Serena's only been doing this 2 years, so it's a lot less likely you're going to look at everyone and go, oh my God, everybody's amazing except for me. Yeah. Right? We're all amazing, but we're kind of all in this together. And that's what's really cool about it.
The coolest part is that we're one of the fastest growing teams. And, I hope that you've got a ticket to Summit. And if not, they'll come available. I hope we all get to go to New Orleans together. Amazing opportunities to learn from the best of the best. With that said, we have this crazy opportunity to learn from the best of the best at our fingertips. Michelle Park, her downline has Melissa McAllister in it. So how crazy is that? So Melissa McAllister is underneath Michelle Park, but Michelle Park's not making 50 grand a week. So it just goes to show you this is not a pyramid scheme or anything close to that. You determine your wealth, you determine your success, and your upline doesn't really have anything to do with that. Of course, they're growing a team and it's part of the network. But Melissa has reached out to me and said, hey, if you want your crew to hop on board, I mean, she pays people to do this. She has, back office guys and internet guys and password guys and stuff doing all this for her team. And we get to be a part of it. There's a Facebook page that comes along with it. If you don't have a login for it, offline, I'm going to give you a login. Might have my name attached to it, but that's okay. All that information is all for you. It's all for you to save. It's all for you to read. It's all for you to look at. It's videos for you to watch that are going to fuel your fire. It's going to give you everything that you need to get to diamond. It's going to give you everything you need to just understand the coach basics if you're brand new. Remember, if you're a discount coach and you've been in this for a few months and you just love Shakeology, but you realize that, holy crap, I see all these people that need help, and why not hop on board for January? Because I need help. We need help. It's going to come at us like, an avalanche soon. So get that training done before, and you're going to learn so many cool things. It's going to be awesome. So if you need help getting in, John, did you get in? Did John get his?
I got
I actually sent Melissa McAllister a text message with your picture on it. And I said, this beautiful smile cannot get in. Can you help me?
Were his abs in it too, though, Serena? Did you have his abs in it?
I'm like mouthing it because I'm embarrassed to say, yeah. Melissa just appreciates it so much. She was like, let me get on that right now. All right, so I'll let you guys get on your merry way. I know it's almost 8 o'clock. I hope that you walked away with one thing, and I hope that when you hang up, I hope that you write down 3 things that you're gonna implement and you're gonna start doing tonight, tomorrow morning. You know that 9 o'clock is one of the hottest times for Facebook. 9 o'clock is often when I do, my story. 9 o'clock is usually when I use that time to talk about Beachbody. And then throughout the day, I build my brand and I talk about me. But yeah, just, 3 things that you're going to do that you might already be doing and you're just going to keep remembering to do, or 3 brand new things. And let's see who's taking away this tote bag. You win a car. Taylor!
Hello.
Taylor Shirley has lots and lots of babies. I believe the magic number is 4.
4.
4 babies. She just had like a brand new baby. 6 months old?
8.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You should see. Amazing. So Tay, I'm gonna drop this in the mail. Did you ever get your badass book?
Yeah, I got it.
All right.
Yeah.
So there's no
Awesome. Oh, look at that. What is
no
that?
car keys in here, but I bet you can
Bag.
this.
Cool. Thank you.
Yay! You're so welcome. All right.
Are you gonna send the video? Are you gonna post it on YouTube?
Yeah, I'm gonna upload it for sure.
Awesome.
So can we all do like a big group hug? Everyone, hi me, hi Teresa. Can we do like a big Greek hug and like a heart and kisses? Lots of love. Yay. And TeamInspire. I'm wrapping my arms around you, Zaina. Bye, you guys. I love you so much. Go change the world. Bye, John. Bye, Amber. See you guys.